Hello, 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 it's Ruby Burrito, and welcome to today's video. We've got a ton to talk about today, but we are going to start with the Blackline update. It is Tuesday, April 15th. It wouldn't be a Tuesday without a Blackline update, so let's dive right into it. In the background, you're going to be seeing the new magic trick emote tome, but we'll get to that in a quick moment. The Royal Layered Cape is new. Flaunt your regal aura with our magnificent new cape. This luxurious item will bolster your sovereign status. Blend into Jenna's royal court like you were born for it. The Royal Layered Cape is available for 500 gems. That's going to be in the Blackline trading post. You can find that on the main page. You guys can see right here. Right next to the Sweet Treat Gathering Tools, you've got the Royal Layered Cape. It also has a banner across the top. Magical Spear. We are upgrading the magical weapon collection to include a new spear. Fend off your foes with a weapon made from stardust and love. The new magical spear skin is available from a Blackline weapon specialist in exchange for one Blackline claim ticket. Because we are in this area on Land's Arch, as usual, on Tuesdays, we're going to go to the Blackline weapon specialist. I would say hold off on purchasing this if you want this, because the post does say one Blackline claim ticket, and this is showing 3. So I don't know if that's a typo on the website or if it's supposed to be 3, because the Shimmering Aurora Spear skin is 3. I don't know if that's because it's the older one or not. That's going to be under the Vintage Edition Spears. They do have your general offerings here to get your Blackline claim tickets if you have scraps. So that's going to be... I almost didn't show it. The Magical Spear skin. This is what it looks like. We'll go wielded. It's got the glow. It's got some hearts. Looks great. Moving on to the next section, we have the Blackline chest update, Chromatic Magic chest. So we can take a look at that in the inventory. We always have a Blackline chest here that we can preview. Guaranteed, you're going to get yourself a Blackline statuette and a Blackline claim ticket scrap. So if you're looking for one of those spear skins, now would be a good time to open some chests. Common. These are all the usual, but this time we've got Oreen die kit, Suwan die kit, Toxic die kit, and Lion's Arch rebuild die kit. If you're ever curious, you can preview what's in there and you can see if there's anything that you need. Typically, these become less expensive while they're in the Blackline chest. Now, uncommon is going to be the Chromatic Assassin set. We can take a look at the shield. We'll do weapon only. Crazy, futuristic, colored-looking shield. I know there's a lot of cool things here. We can go with the spear skin. Looks really good. We'll do great sword for the last. Yeah, very futuristic, tech-y look. Vintage Blackline weapon box per usual. Blackline claim ticket as always. Synergetic headset. This is what we had previously. It has the 2 helmet skins. You have the normal one, and then you have one that has an added look to it. And then the magic trick emote tome, which you have seen in the background. You can't preview it here. Rare is going to be the Snow Garden set. This is the pistol. We can do weapon only. You get like a snowfall effect. Snow Garden shield. And Snow Garden sword. That's a really good sword skin. I like that. And I like that it's zoomed in pretty well so you can see everything. And the last one we'll look at is a focus, just to give you guys an idea of that set. Glyph of the Unbound, Glyph of the Herbalist will be the glyphs for this Blackline chest. And you've got some home nodes, Mithril, Advanced Leather Rack, Orient Truffle, Hardwood Logging Node, and then your super rare Stylist contract and the rest of the contracts here. That's going to be the Blackline chest update. Now, we do have the Super Adventure Festival, which I'll be talking a little bit more about later, but there are going to be items in here. All right, so if you go to promotions, you go to discounts, it would be under all promotions as well, but you do have to scroll down a little ways. You get the Infinite Continue coin, Mini Super Trio Series 3-4, Mini Super Trio World 2, and Mini Super Trio are the ones that are 20% off. And then the rest of these will be 20% off here, including the gliders, gathering tools, chairs. I'll put a little image up on screen so you guys can see the list of everything that's going to be there in case there's anything you're looking for in particular. And it's also 20 years of Guild Wars in general. Guild Wars turns 20 years old this month. That's Guild Wars 1. For the next 2 weeks, editions of Guild Wars are 80% off. This includes the brand new Guild Wars the 20th Anniversary Masterpiece Collection, which includes all 3 campaigns, Eye of the North expansion, and the bonus mission pack. So it's a really fun game if you guys have never played it. It's for 80% off. That's pretty crazy to go grab that. We're also bringing back some fashion and weapon skins that were inspired by the original game and discounting them 20% until April 29th. That's going to include a whole bunch of stuff. Holy cow. So there are a whole bunch of skins. For example, the Amethyst Aegis skin. This is based off of the original game. Gwen's attire based off of the original game. Again, I'll put up a picture on screen so you can take a look at those. Finally, starting April 18th and continuing for the next few days, select backslot items will be 20% off. So that's going to be starting this Friday. Some of the favorites include Forest Archer Pack, Jorah's Cape, and the Butterfly Wings Backpack set. Returning this week as well, so we have even more things on sale. We have Bank Tab expansions and permanent lounge passes from today until April 22nd, 20% off. So the discount page is full of stuff. That's going to wrap up the Black Lion update. I do these every Tuesday. They're not always this big. If you're new to the channel, I do this every Tuesday. If you want to hit that sub button to stay up to date with those, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, just keep a lookout every Tuesday. I'll be making a video like this to detail all the things that are on sale and the new items to the store, any new Black Lion chest updates, things like that. Now, the next thing, we have Super Adventure Festival. You should have a mail that'll give you 5 continue coins, and it will tell you about the Super Adventure Festival. So we are in Lion's Arch, and you can see there's a Super Adventure Box over here. Super Adventure Box takes place in Radasum if you're new to the festival this year. I'm not going to get into all of the items for this festival. However, we will go to the Super Adventure Box. If you go to, we'll go over to Radasum, you'll have a couple traders, and you'll have the actual entrance, the main entrance to the Super Adventure Box. It'll probably take a little bit longer for you to load into Radasum because there's probably going to be more players than normal. There's a ton of new rewards, including the Powdered Boots, which is the new festival meta achievement. I was wrong. I apologize, it's the Magooston Court. I always forget which corner it's in. This is the area for the Super Adventure Festival. You can see all these balloons. You got the traders out here. We're going to be looking at some of the new rewards and what the traders have. So we go to achievements, go to festivals. You've got Super Adventure Box Nostalgia. This has the annual in it, which will give you the Powdered Boots box. This is what the Powdered Boots will look like, very Asura Tech-esque. And that will require you to do things like play World 1, Zone 1, 2, and 3 in Exploration mode, Classic mode, and Challenge mode. Same for World 2, Zone 1, 2, and 3 in Exploration mode, Classic, and Challenge. There's World 3 testing. There's a Super Adventure Box quality testing. This is some stuff for the new world. And then if we go back to the annual here, you've got Zone Runner, which is complete any zone, and Flight of the Pugs, which is the race event or adventure in Super Adventure Box lobby. And then this will give you a chance to get one of these weapons. It's a pretty crazy weapon here. Oh, and it changes color. So this is pretty crazy. This is awesome. Be sure to finish your meta event to get those. We can take a look at the weekly trader. These are all pretty standard. The Trader Golem Buster weapons will be pretty expensive. Let's take a look at the mace. We'll do weapon only. It's a pretty cool set. It's very expensive though. 8 gold and 16 bauble bubbles. If you play enough of the festival, it's not super expensive for you, but for me, I don't play it as much, so pretty expensive. This vendor here, the Super Adventure Box Trader, is going to be someone where you can get like the old meta, powdered gloves, powdered shoulders. Those are previous meta rewards, and you can get some bauble refinement. Actually, now is a good time for me to grab some bauble bubbles. Weaponsmith is where you can get the Crimson Vanquisher set. Super weapons, Crimson Assassin weapons. These require you to get the corresponding Crimson Assassin or Kaiser Snake weapon in order to grab them. All right, let's head to Sparking Stone. There's quite a bit going on here. Sparking Stone is going to allow us to see some of the new weapons. You can see there's a whole bunch of retro forged weapons. The retro forged Torch, Axe, and Trident are going to be the new ones. So we're going to see the 3 at the top. Trident, holy, that's a big old trident. looks pretty standard for the Retro Forge. Looks very good. This is going to be the torch. Looks very good as well. We'll do wielded. I do wielded on the trident, but I don't know if we're really, like, that's even hard to see in the whole thing. Man. And then axe. I was kind of expecting it to be bigger based on the trident, but still, looks very good. I like the particle effects, and it kind of just, like, phase shifts. That's awesome. We're going to have those. Then I already showed you guys the Super Rainbow Cloud weapon set. And then we also have the Mini Super Yellow Ooze. That'll be an achievement reward for the Super Ooze Baker. Mini Super Yellow Ooze. This is what it looks like. Looks pretty good. And this is also for a new piece of content, the Ooze Kitchen Endeavor. We don't have time today to get into figuring out everything to do with that one, but if we go back to the achievements, we can take a look at how you get the reward. Super Adventure Box, Nostalgia, all the way at the bottom, Super Ooze Baker, complete events, and the Super Adventure Box Ooze Kitchen. So basically just go and play. I'm assuming it's similar to the content that they put in the homestead where you have to serve some food. Then we've got the rest of Super Adventure Box per normal, and it's going to be around till May 6th. I do want to show you guys Def Lahar is here. We're going to have homestead recipes that you can grab. I'll be grabbing all of these because I would like to just make sure I have all of them. I will say these are for baubles. You guys watched me get rid of all of my baubles, so I will not be able to get all of these right now. I'll have to play some of the content, so I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. This person already has the slime and it came out today, so seems to be very doable if you guys want to go and get that done. The last item on the docket for today, if you guys are thinking about heading over to Guild Wars, the original Guild Wars, it is 20 years ago this month, and so they have a celebration there. They're excited to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Guild Wars Universe this month. Retrospective items are back in the Guild Wars 2 gem store, which we already talked about. The anniversary celebration festival begins in Guild Wars 1 today, and with new and newly available items, and of course, there is the sale. So, Guild Wars homage items return in Guild Wars 2. We already talked about this. And then the updated rewards in Guild Wars, they're actually adding main hand weapons that have of the profession modifiers that boost the level of the profession's primary attribute. And they've got a cool little glowing particle effect. So they got some cool stuff going on over there. Don't forget there's some discounts for Guild Wars 1 if you're thinking about heading over and grabbing those. But that's going to wrap it up. As always, if you guys want to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything we got going on, I do news updates, most of the news updates, and I do Blackline update videos every Tuesday. I put out content typically Thursday and roughly Sunday as well when I'm able to. So thank you guys for joining us today. Let me know your thoughts about all the content in the comments below, and we'll see ya in the next one.